These thoughts are not relaxing. They will be overwhelming, stressful, anxiety-provoking, doom and gloom. Hey guys. Okay, let me just address the elephant in the room. I have some really intense lipstick on. And if you've seen me before, this isn't usually my look. I'm batch filming today, and I just filmed my Valentine's video, which meant that I had really intense lipstick on. I used a lip stain. There's no way of this coming off just now. There's literally nothing I can do about it, which is really annoying because as soon as I'm finished filming and I remove all of my makeup, that's not gonna come off. And I think I left on too long. I think I'm gonna end up wearing it for the next 2 days, which is just intensely annoying. I'm not a makeup girl. I really like to have a bare face quite a lot of the time. And I've done this to myself. Nobody else did this but me. Okay, guys, if you are new here, apologies, there's a lengthy intro for you that had absolutely nothing to do with the contents of the video. I am Agnes. I'm a mental health nurse and therapist. So I'm here to give you my ultimate top tip for getting to sleep, or getting back to sleep if you are known to wake up during the night and struggle to go back to sleep. So I was introduced to this tip very randomly. It was like not on a mental health podcast. It was a podcast relating to like nothing to do with sleep or mental health. But I just heard this woman using this trick and I was like, sure, okay, I'll try that, because I like to learn about things that have worked for people so that I can share them with my patients and clients, because it's not a one size fits all. It's not like do this breathing technique and it will definitely work for you. It's very, very specific to the individual, what resonates with you and what works. So I tried this the first night and it was so successful for me that I have never tried anything else again. And I've been using this for, I would say, about 4 years. 4 years? My God, I'm old. Yeah, for about 4 years. So here it is. Here it is. One of the issues, no, let me just beat around the bush a little bit more. One of the issues, sorry, relocating. One of the issues, let me start that sentence for the third time. When you are awake, and I'm talking about awake, like as in either you haven't gone to sleep yet or you've woken up through the night and you're not able to go back to sleep. One of the problems is if you don't occupy your mind at all, then the likelihood is you will be lying there in the dark, probably with just far too many thoughts going around your head. Are these thoughts lovely and relaxing? No, not generally. In fact, I would say 99 cases of people being unable to sleep, these thoughts are not relaxing. They will be overwhelming, stressful, anxiety-provoking, doom and gloom, either about the mulling over the past unpleasantly or catastrophizing about the future stressfully. It's just the nature of sleep problems. So being unoccupied means that you have your brain has way too little stimulation, and it's able to basically just go over things in your head. And if you're awake at night, your head is not really a pleasant place to be.
No, God, please, no!
On the other hand, if you give your brain too much stuff to do, like picking up your phone and scrolling on TikTok, you know who you are. You know who you are. Somebody watching this, that will definitely be their go-to if they're awake.
No.
Don't do it to yourself. That's way too much stimulation, because you've got likely blue light right in your eyeballs. It's an active thing that actually requires your involvement. Way too stimulating for when you're trying to get back to sleep. It will do the opposite of helping you go back to sleep. Everybody knows that, but some people still do it. So this method, I feel, is the perfect example of an activity right between those two things. Understimulating, overstimulating. This activity is right in the middle. And it is making lists in your brain, specifically lists that follow the alphabet.
Wow,
I tried a number of these before I settled on a very specific list. You guys are gonna think I'm a bit of a nerd. I used to list things like fruits and vegetables, to my knowledge, you have to do both together because there aren't enough of either fruits or vegetables. Like there aren't enough through the alphabet. I don't think to be able to get you to the end of the alphabet. I've done boys' names, girls' names. I have done things you'd find in your living room. I've done things you'd find in your kitchen. I've done hobbies, sports, things that I've done in the last week. I've done lots of these lists. The one that I settled on, which worked really, really well for me, this might not be the same for you, but it was countries of the world. And it's important to be able to mix this up. So once I had done it through to Z, then I didn't just do the exact same list again, because that's not stimulating enough for your brain. Actually, then you're just kind of, it's a memory exercise at that point. So then what I would sort of challenge myself to do is that if I had done Afghanistan, oh, I'm under pressure because I'm filming myself. Afghanistan, Botswana, and Canada.
That was close.
Then the next time I would do Angola, Brunei. I was gonna say Copenhagen. That was so embarrassing. I do this exercise every single night. China.
China, 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 China.
So I would challenge myself to constantly be trying to find new combinations. And this activity is perfect for me because it's engaging enough that my brain really does want to go there. I'm like, oh, have I ever done these two, like,
Help me!
Denmark next to Ethiopia before? Have I ever done that exact alphabet? Maybe not. So it's stimulating enough that I'm actually really, really interested. I mean, you can tell I'm pretty invested. Also, you should know if you try this exactly with countries, there's only one O. You probably know what it is. It's Oman. It's Oman. There's only one O. So there's only so many variations you could find. But the likelihood is you won't reach O very often. In my experience, I tend to get to L or K pretty routinely. J, K, L. I just tried to figure out which. I'm dyslexic, so when I said J and when I said K and L there, I was like, which one of them comes first? Anyway, oh my God, major distraction. Let me just rewind. Yes, the likelihood is you're not going to get very far through the alphabet. If countries, you know that's not going to work for you, then finding something else. But I think you probably all have an idea of something that's interesting enough that you can really focus your mind on it, but it's not so interesting that it's going to keep you awake. That is my top tip. I have used it every single night for a very, very, very long time. And actually, most of the time, I only find myself getting to D.
Oh, yeah.
So if you guys want to give it a shot, please tell me below what your favorite thing is for going to sleep. What is your tip? There's maybe stuff that you use already that you're really, really happy with, or maybe you've never heard of any of these tips before at all, and I would love to know below what your thoughts are. And I would also love to know if you try it and if you find that it works for you. There are lots of other sleep tips available if you know that list making for whatever reason doesn't work for you, but I would really, really, really encourage you to try it. Try the countries before you totally decide, because for me it has been very, very successful. And I think it is a lot less pressure than lying there doing like a mindful breathing exercise. I think it feels a lot less kind of informal and intimidating. So that's it, guys. I wish you good sleep. I wish you good sleeping for the rest of time. How about that? Okay, guys, this has been quick and hectic, and also a real challenge for my memory of all these countries that I think about almost every single night. Please leave a like, please leave a comment, and subscribe if you aren't already. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. I make videos like this all the time. And quite frankly, I do not want to go back to work as a nurse. So the more subscribers, the better. Yeah? Perfect. Okay, take care, guys.
I know China very well. China, 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 China.